I've just been told that Steffi Graf could be singing the anthem. Hold on, just 1 second.
The IBF middleweight world champion,
Okay.
Daniel, the real deal Gale.
In the Lion's Den against Felix Sturm in front of his home crowd. Can he become a two-belt champion? Can he unify the WBA Super World Middleweight belt alongside his own IBF middleweight strap? Certainly looks confident, Mood. We should expect from a man from down under. Daniel Gale is in the ring. Final words of wisdom there from Gary Shaw. Just to psych his man up. There's the IBF belt. Will he be leaving with it a little later on tonight? Felix Sturm is ready. And I think the whole of Germany is just about ready. Here we go.
Making his entrance to the ring, the WBA middleweight world champion, Felix, the fighter Sturm.
It's more than just boxing. It's passion.
As the crowd gets to his feet here in Oberhausen, and Daniel Gale is totally ignoring him. He is not even looking at him in the ring as Felix Sturm makes his way. It's a long ring walk into this ring, in this arena, flanked by security personnel. The pride of Germany is storming, marching towards the ring. And still, Daniel Geale hasn't even looked in his direction. Can he become the two-belt champion in his own backyard, in his own theatre, in front of his own fans? This is as good as it gets for Felix Sturm, the WBA Super World Middleweight Champion. Will he become the IBF Middleweight Champion as well? Sturm is keeping everyone waiting before he gets into the ring. Now he's in. And the bouncer aloft. Referee Luis Pablon, whilst that was going on, just had a word with Daniel Geale's cam just to say it's okay, nothing's going on, as one or two of the belt holders got a little bit close to Daniel Geale. Michael Buffer, over to you.
We honor both champions with their respective national anthems. First, the national anthem of Australia.
Australians all let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for joy. Our home is goodbye sea, our land abounding nature's gift of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strings, then let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Beautifully sung by Jean Pearl.
Und jetzt, meine Damen und Herren, die deutsche Nationalhymne.
And now, Steffi Graf.
Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit für das deutsche Vaterland. Danach lasst uns alle streben, brüderlich mit Herz und Hand. Einigkeit und Recht und Freiheit sind des Glückes Unterpfand. Blühenglanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland. Blühenglanze dieses Glückes, blühe deutsches Vaterland.
Ladies and gentlemen, meine Damen und Herren, welcome to the main event of the evening. It's champion versus champion. 12 rounds of boxing for a unification of the Middleweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the BDB President Tomas Putz, the WBA President Gilberto Mendoza, Supervisor Jesper Jensen, the International Boxing Federation President Daryl Peoples, Supervisor Lindsey Tucker. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this contest on the 10-point system. From South Africa, Stanley Christodoulou. from the United States, Eugene Grant, and from England, Dave Paris. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, working for the 119th time in a World Championship contest from Puerto Rico, Luis Pabon, your referee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready, the fighters are ready. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, from Oberhausen, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with gold flames, official weight 72 kilograms. As a professional, 28 fights, 27 victories, including 15 knockouts and only 1 defeat by split decision. From Harrington Park, New South Wales, Australia, the reigning and defending IBF middleweight champion of the world, the fighting pride of the land down under, Daniel, the real deal. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with red, officially weighing also 72 kilograms. 37 victories as a professional, including 16 knockouts with 2 defeats and 2 draws. He is a 2-time world champion and the reigning defending WBA middleweight super world champion, meine Damen und Herren, der Weltmeister im Mittelgewicht aus Cologne, Deutschland, Felix, the fighter.
Okay, guys, I'll give you instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a clean match, okay? Good luck and God bless you.
Final instructions from Luis Pabon, and we are ready for the unification fight. The WBA Super World middleweight title, the IBF middleweight title on the line right now. Felix Sturm, black shorts with the red trim. Daniel Geale, the black shorts with the fire at the bottom. And straight away, both men into the middle of the ring. Geale spoke in the press conference about starting fast and trying to gain the respect of the opponents. Let's see if he does so. As it's Sturm, the early body shot. Getting on that front foot, looking to get behind the jab is Sturm, as you can hear the crowds in his homeland here cheering him on. Good shot from Geale. Sturm tries to back him up with a couple of jabs. Up into Sturm's corner, looks the shot of the body. There's the jab again. It's rapier-like, very fast jab from Felix Sturm. Geale comes back with one of his own. Another good jab from Sturm. Looked about a year or so ago as though he's on a little bit of decline, Felix Sturm, after some sticky performances against Matthew Macklin and Martin Murray. He could have lost both of them. Got away with it. Martin Murray ringside tonight. But then last time out in April, Sebastian Zibic, well, fine vintage performance from Felix Sturm. Silenced a few of the doubters and helped set up this contest. And Sturm again, a couple of really fast slick jabs. And there's a short little right uppercut as well. Geale tries a little trick, tries a little swing, gets himself away from that neutral corner, comes back, good jab of his own. Nicely set up, not much between the two physically. Maybe an inch or so for Sturm over Daniel Geale, not much more than that. Sturm maybe just looking a little slightly better ripped. Geale again looks to get inside. Plenty of respect in the first 2 minutes. That's better from Sturm though, double jab. Tries to get Geale on that back foot. Geale doesn't move a muscle, doesn't move a leg. Sturm gets nice and close, heads nearly clash. Both fighters getting off shots inside. Electric atmosphere inside the arena, it really is. Big hero here in Germany, very much fighting in his backyard. And the crowds surely give Felix Sturm that extra confidence. Daniel Geale knows he's inside the Lions den here, but he's starting well. That's a good combination. Good right, getting straight through that guard. And there's the left of the body as well, just underneath that right elbow. Crowd try and cheer on their man, but Geale at the moment not being overawed. He'll be pleased with the start he's made, certainly. Again with that jab from Geale, just got to watch that head as he comes inside. Luis Pabon just reminds him of that. Respectful enough inside there. Sturm gets behind a double jab and then goes low to the body, but comes back off the elbow. Geale says might have been a little bit of thigh there as well. That's better from him. Looks for the uppercut inside as well. Just missing there as Felix Sturm looks to unloads. The shot comes back off the arms. Both men happy to hold on, and that's a close first round. And a good start, I suggest, for Daniel Geale. Just what he needed to set himself down. So first look inside the Felix Sturm corner. Very close one. May have just shared it with some of the better, cleaner work, although Daniel Geale will certainly be pleased with his start. As we're seeing here, getting forward on that front foot, some good body shots, forcing Sturm on the back foot, who can only throw out a soft paw to try and jab away and keep his opponent at bay. Come down to which of the cleaner work you prefer there. Big smiles in the Daniel Geale corner as well. Daniel Geale just the one defeat on his ledger, and a contentious one as well. Lost to his old foe from Australia, Hassan Muddin, back in May 2009. Split decision then. They've been arguing about it in Australia ever since. But Daniel Geale has gone on to bigger and better things and has that IBF middleweight belt she's so proud of. Be looking to leave here with that and also the WBA Super World Middleweight strap. First few seconds of round two. And Felix Sturm starting fast, getting behind that jab. Looking to wear down Geale as the crowd get involved again. Geale just missing with a couple of jabs. Can't quite find the range here. That's a better shot inside from Felix Sturm. Good left hand. Has Geale just rocking back for a few seconds, but Geale comes forward. Showing the German that he's not hurt from that. Good effort from Sturm. Geale left himself wide open. Tries to come back with a couple of body shots. Looks for the body combination. Sturm would have been buoyed from that. Just getting Geale to switch around his stance. Good left inside from Sturm. Wild miss the left uppercut from Daniel Geale. Nicknamed the Real Deal. We'll soon find out. Geale missing wildly once again. Sturm beating him to the punch. Cleaner work coming from the German. Out comes the jab from Geale, but he's finding nothing but glove there. A little bit of forearm as well. Sturm is just trying to pick his punches. Trademark double, treble jab and the movement, forcing the opponent back from the German. Halfway through this second round. That's a better shot from Geale. Just caught Sturm as he came inside there. Sturm came forward to try and counteract. Sturm now works down there to the body and then gets back behind the jab. 1-2 shots, but back comes Geale as well. Sturm forced to use an overhand left just to keep the Aussie at bay as best he possibly can. It's a good tight, good starts, good clash of styles here. Liking this and liking this a lot as Sturm get back inside, gets a little bit of joy. And every time he does so, Geale has to come back with a combination himself just to tell the German that he's very much in front of him and can't be hurt. Got to go forward. Got to keep this work rate up if Daniel Geale is to win this one. But again, cleaner work from Felix Sturm. Good shot, good right over the top. Geale for the first time just had a little look at his corner as he got caught coming inside there. Heads clashed. The referee had this briefest of words. Looks like there's a little bit of claret coming from behind the ear of Daniel Geale. Get a look at that in just a second, but it looks as though he's cut Daniel Geale behind the right ear. Maybe that's from the clash of heads. Certainly blood flowing from behind the ear of Daniel Geale. Work for the corner of the Duke at the break. And Sturm takes advantage of that and comes forward. Geale backed up inside that neutral corner now. As the blood continues to flow from behind the ear. Swing from Sturm just misses the whiskers of Geale. Little smile from the Australian. Push the gloves around and says, come on, let's have a bit of this. Sturm's round, but Daniel Geale is cut. Shouldn't cause too many problems, but literally, first blood to Sturm. Sturm's corner just telling him that he is cut. No, Sturm's not cut, that Geel is cut. He's behind the ear as well, behind the left ear. Great shot from Felix Sturm when he came inside, and Geel's defence was a little leaky in that round, to say the least. Maybe just once or twice, just a little bit overconfident coming inside after a smart first round. I can tell you that Geel's corner been working frantically on that cut during the break here. Work the iron, work the Vaseline. Looks as though it's okay. Felix Sturm, that name stitched into the boots. A couple of rounds ahead as we come out for round 3. Sturm, black shorts with the red bands. Geel, black shorts with the gold fire emblem at the bottom. And Sturm again starts the quicker. It's a great jab. He used it to such effect. That's where Geel's got to keep his glove up nice and high to try and counteract that. Try and negate the jab. And again, it's Felix Sturm forcing Geel backwards. Geel gets a little bit of joy inside. Plenty of it bounces back off the gloves, though. As Geel just looks to pour on a little bit more petrol. Try and take the fight to Sturm, get him outside of his comfort zone. And that's good work from the Australian. Missing there with the uppercut. Good right hand, though, but Sturm's defence looks watertight. Geel just giving himself a little bit of confidence there. Good body shot from Felix Sturm. Geel just fouled that one slightly. Right on the waistband, right on the name band. And Sturm gets back to doing what he does best, getting behind that jab. Plenty of glove, plenty of forearm. Good protection there from Daniel Geel. And that's a better body shot, then has to eat a left-hand counter. Steady pattern developing for this fight. Sturm will lead with a jab, back up Geel, will try and come back forwards, force the pace again, get Sturm back on the back foot. One gives, the other one offers a little bit more. Again, good work there from Geel, but Sturm has got it covered. And good left hook coming back from Felix Sturm, arguably the best of the work. Geel might throw 4 or 5 punches, but Sturm only needs one to score. Again, it's the left inside for Geel, but after a good right hand from Sturm, and then again the left from the German. It's warming up nicely in Oberhausen. Nice left from Geel. Has to eat his own left, though. And Sturm counters, then gets back behind the jab again. Misses wildly. Left inside, catches the whiskers of Geel. Almost walked onto it, bounced back off the ropes to Geel. Didn't affect him too much, but Sturm just starting to go through the gears now in this round. Starting to warm to the task. Geel's just punching nothing but glove at the moment. Gets himself out of the target range. Let's get back behind that jab, does Geel. Try and work that body again. Try and slow down Felix Sturm. Over the last minute or so is hitting Geel almost at will. Getting in and out and getting on his bike. Sturm will be delighted with this. Again, Daniel Geel just overextends himself, gives one back, and Felix Sturm just fouled that one. He's being urged on by him, Daniel Geel by his corner, and Geel's got Sturm in the neutral corner, and he's going for the punches now. There's the body shot inside, misses with the uppercut, the right over the top. There's the left. Sturm is feeling a few of these. He's not throwing back at the moment. Geel's corner's urging him forward, but Geel just being a little bit cautious. Knows that Sturm can counter, and there goes the German with a good combination. But Geel certainly hurt Felix Sturm towards the end of this third round. Just when it looked like Sturm was controlling the round, and after 9 minutes in, we've got a cracker. Good round of applause from the German crowds. Decent fight so far. Felix Sturm certainly felt one of those. All nice and quiet, all nice and calm in his corner. Well, for Daniel Geel, just look at his eyes. The testosterone is up, the adrenaline is up. He fancies this job, doesn't he? Look at him, absolutely poised, not taking his eyes off his opponent at all. A small little bruise underneath that left eye. The cut behind the left ear has disappeared, thankfully. He fancied this job done. Look at that fine shot from Daniel Geel inside. Just took the wind out of the sails of Felix Sturm, who previously was looking like the boss of that round. Geel may have just done enough to have taken that. Great shot. Felix Sturm slow to get his left glove up, and then he was straight away in survival mode. Look how that right hand gets through again from Daniel Geel. He's flying on past. It's already round 4. Felix Sturm in his own backyard needs to recover after a dodgy third round. against Daniel Geale, who had his own little moments in the seconds, a little storm to weather. Good couple of jabs from Felix Sturm. That's what he needs to do. Get fast, get accurate, force back the Aussie. Don't give him the confidence. Try and keep him at arm's length. If Geale gets inside, he needs no invitation. There we go again. Geale getting through a much leakier Felix Sturm defence in this fourth round. Thought Geale might be the puncher out of the two of them. 15 early from his 27 victories. Just 16 for Felix Sturm from his 37 successes. And it's Geale again, who's just pouring on a little bit more petrol here. Just seems to have a little bit more pace for the German to handle. A couple of little cuffing blows inside, not with a huge amount of power from Geale. Just keeps Felix Sturm honest, keeps him on that back foot. Good shot though from Sturm. Searched that one, pulled it out from right underneath his knee. Exploded nicely on the whiskers of Daniel Geale, who took it well enough. Geale just off balance there for a second or so. Was able to straighten up as Sturm looked to counter. Geale just giving him the little wobblies inside there, trying to get under the skin of Felix Sturm. Comes back with a couple of decent, solid body shots himself. And there's another one right inside. Sturm doesn't like those, tries to drop down the elbows, tries to negate the space, tries to keep it nice and tight. Another good shot from Geale, but back comes Sturm. Instructions from the corner, you can hear it from here. Jab, jab, jab. Australian corner, they wanted their man to go forward. They want him to try and take the contest to Sturm. Both can't win on that count. Sturm needs that jab. Geale back in the middle of the ring, forcing Sturm the long way around. Good defense from Geale as the right hand comes over the top from Felix Sturm. There's that jab, that's what he needs to do. Again, you can hear the instructions from the Geale corner. Forward, forward. Right arm there is a little bit over the top. Comes back off the shoulder of Sturm. Much closer around round 4. Better jab from the German. Gets one back from Geale. There's respect in the middle of that ring, there's no doubt about it. Both men have had their moments in the opening exchanges, both happy to take a half step backwards here and just to see what the other man is going to throw, what the other man is going to do, and then try the counter as Geale just ups the pace for a few seconds. Final 10 seconds at the end of round 4. Sturm on the back foot, looks to the right, shot, it's a good one as well. Geale is happy to trade. The crowd are off their feet. It's going to be the end of the round. Sturm finished it sharp, but Geale bounced up and down as if to say, all right, son, we'll have some of that. Close contest. Had a feeling that Daniel Geale would come here and give it his all and wouldn't leave anything in the dressing room, wouldn't leave anything down under. It's his real chance to shine tonight, and he's certainly given a good account of himself. Felix Sturm is used to men coming and having a go and normally having the class to see them off, but at the moment, Daniel Geale giving him all the hassle in the world, all the trouble that he needs. And there's not much in this. Just see here on the replay the jab that Felix Sturm has got, but it's the sharpness, it's the aggression, it's the speed of Daniel Geale that is certainly keeping him well in this contest. A bit more claret pouring down the chin now of Daniel Geale at the end of that round. Nicely cleared up, good job by the Geale corner. Big intake of breath from Felix Sturm. 4 rounds down, third gone already, it's flying by. Round 5. Geale just seeding the centre of the ring for a few seconds. Good jab from Felix Sturm. Had his joy right at the end of the 4th. Good work inside from Geale, then swing and a miss as he gets a little untidy as Felix Sturm just old-mans him inside. A couple of good body shots there from Felix Sturm. And Geale maybe just a little bit too much aggression. As once again, he just has to eat the right hand there. That's a better jab from Sturm. Good uppercut inside from the German. Geale's got to take that one. Tries to cover up and then gets back behind the jab to try and keep the German at bay. Good work inside though again by Daniel Geale. No quarter asked, none given at the moment. Sturm has the ascendancy and then back comes Geale. And this is good work by the Aussie. Not being overawed, not being intimidated. Happy to take one, happy to give one. Loose shot there from Sturm, almost the first wasted jab of the evening. They both take a slight little breather, and Gil misses wildly. Felix Sturm gets a little bit slappy. A little bit Joe Calzaghe there for my lines. Inside the glove. Let's get back to basics. Gets back behind that jab as Gil eats one on the inside as Sturm just looks to regroup, regather, get the momentum back. That's better from the German. Better jab. Sends Gil backwards. Gets a little bit reckless back inside as Gil as he tries to counter. Sturm a little ambitious there with the uppercut. Gil saw that one coming. You can hear the encouragement from the Felix Sturm corner away to our left-hand side. All barking out orders, all barking out advice. Keep the jab, keep him at length, don't get drawn in. And still from the Gil corner, it's forward, forward, as Gil does so. A couple of body shots, nice right as well. Sturm comes back with a left of his own. Just on the blind side of Daniel Gil there. Sturm just negating the jab again in this round. I'm sure the corner will have a word with him about that one. Just such a classy fighter when he gets behind that jab and then follows it in with the right. But when he negates it, he just gets a little bit loose inside. And Gil is able to counteract that one. That's a good jab from Gil. Fast, accurate, good right. Just pick the path there. Final 10 seconds, and the slowest of the contest so far. That's better from the German, Felix Sturm, here in the 10-second announcement. And this is going to come down to which you prefer. Do you prefer the jabs and maybe the bit more accuracy from the German, or do you prefer the work rate and maybe the slight more aggression from Daniel Gil? Not much in this. As we pass the 5th round. That's what Sturm can do with a jab, but just notice again, he doesn't quite get through the defences. Even though it backs Gil up, he doesn't follow it through. And there you see, just a little bit slappy from Sturm, leaves himself wide open. And the right hand over the top from Daniel Gil is meat and drink for him. 5 rounds gone.
Wichtig ist, dass du nicht geschrieben hast, dass zum Arbeiten kommt. Wir hätten sonst immer diese Aktivität seiner Overdeckung kommt.
Consensus at ringside is that there's hardly anything in it. Maybe one up to either man, depending on which side of the press benches you're on. Very close after 5 rounds. Felix Sturm, of course, some people thought got lucky against Matthew Macklin last year, and also against Martin Murray around Christmas time. Murray's ringside tonight. How are the judges seeing this? Dave Paris, Eugene Grant, Stanley Christodoulou. A shot from Gil. Just holds there, does Felix Sturm, and pushes down a little bit, trying to steal a little bit of energy away from the Australians. The crowd get vocal once again. You always know when a home fighter is in a tough fight, when it goes a little quiet, and then every now and then the crowd try to get their man involved, try to get it going again. It's that sort of contest. You can feel it here at ringside. Better shot from Sturm, although I think you probably just caught Gil off balance more than anything else, as Gil just led with the head there. Picked up rather smartly by the referee. Sets it back again. Gil looking to get behind the combination. That's another poor jab from Felix Sturm. Just messing with his range at the moment. There's another one, can't quite find the whiskers of his man. I think he's wary of Gil on the counter-attack. Once or twice, Sturm will throw that jab, and he'd have to eat one coming back inside, and the right hand over the top. It's just caused Felix Sturm a couple of problems here, as Gil switch hits for a microsecond and then goes back orthodox. That's better from Sturm. That's a better jab. But Gil throws back 2 or 3 of his own. There's the right, left inside as well. That's a little bit pushy, picked up by the referee. Gil, the aggressor in this round. Felix Sturm has not thrown hardly anything of note. Halfway through round 6, very quiet here, Felix Sturm. It's going to be a close fight, you think. You can't really go affording to throw rounds in the bin. Gil again, the aggressor. Better jab from Felix Sturm this time. And then a nice right. Easy for the ref to look after so far. A little bit jumpy from Gil as he caught the top of the head of Felix Sturm. Not too many body shots over the last round or so. Both men just slowing up slightly. It's noticeable that Gil's work rate isn't as strong as it was in round 3 and in round 4. Sturm slowly hunting, praying, trying to find that range. He's just not on it in this round, is he? And Giel again gets to the punch first. It looks better from Sturm, but it's all coming off the gloves. It's coming off the arm. It's a little untidy here from Felix Sturm, who's just starting to unravel a little bit here. He needs to get back to basics. He needs to find a few punches. He needs to find his range, and he needs the corner to wake him up a little. Slept walk through the last few. And Daniel Giel, you get the feeling, is enjoying this. 20 seconds to go, and Giel finishes stronger. Again, Giel, good shot from Giel, bounced off the whiskers of Felix Sturm. Little jump in from Giel, took away some of the power, but a good scoring punch from Felix Sturm, who had to take that one. And Daniel Giel at the moment is about to hear the bell at the halfway stage. Surely ahead in this contest. Felix Sturm started brightly, has faded over the last few rounds. And Daniel Giel is loving what is going on here in Felix Sturm's backyard. You can just see there Felix Sturm, what the first time just looking around as to say, all right. Getting his instructions. Surely he must know what to do. Well, in the Daniel Giel corner, they couldn't be happier. One or two little bumps and bruises underneath the eyelids, but very calm. Look at those eyes. Look at them. Instructions simple. Stay with the moves. Keep it simple. Keep the workplace up.
If you don't like this, you're hurting him, okay?
More good instruction from the Giel corner. You're being stronger, you're hurting him. Just gauging the reaction, seeing him boys things ahead at the moment. General consensus that Daniel Giel is in front. Second half of the fight then. Work to do for Felix Sturm. Crowd have gone quiet. Always an indicator in somewhere like Germany as to what is happening. Felix Sturm, black shorts with the red band and the red boots. Daniel Giel, all the way from New South Wales. Been born in Tasmania, in Australia. Black shorts with the fire gold trim at the bottom. Starting to go through the gears, you feel. That's a better shot though from Sturm. Better jab. A little busier. This is what it needs to be. He needs to up that work rate. Up against a man who's slightly younger, had less fights, less miles on the clock. Of course, you can argue Sturm has been fighting at a much higher standard, much higher level. But sometimes you wake up an old man. Sturm again, it's a couple of jabs, it's nothing more than that. It's almost though he's trying to admire the work and trying to keep Giel away rather than trying to force the issue himself. Giel slowed down in this round. You just wonder if he's trying to find an opportunity, an opening for Felix Sturm here to drop the guard. That's a better jab from Giel. Good right as well. Just gets inside. Sturm comes back with a decent jab of his own. There's the body shot from Giel, finding the target. Make that two, make that three. One back from Sturm. Good scoring points. Now a bit more urgency behind the jab. A little bit more snap there from Felix Sturm. It's intriguing. Big gulp of air into the lungs for Felix Sturm. As Giel looks to get back behind that jab. Little dab of the nose there from Felix Sturm. Maybe he felt that one. Don't see any clarity at the moment. That's better from Sturm, though. There's not much between these two in this round. That's a good body shot from Felix Sturm. Countered again by Giel, and again, and once again. As he has a little bit of success, he forces Felix Sturm onto the back foot in that neutral corner. Daniel Giel starting to unload here. Felix Sturm starting to unravel. It's relentless here from Daniel Giel. Right to the body, left to the body, right over the top, just misses. But these are slowing punches, aging punches for Felix Sturm. Who knows, if you didn't know beforehand, he's in a real fight here. He's in another war in his back garden. Well, Matthew Macklin and Martin Murray making of this. It's Giel again. It's just the crisper work. Work rate is everything. And the Aussie at the moment is quite simply the better fighter in there. That's better from Sturm. And how much of that comes off the glove? How much of that's come off the arm? And Daniel Giel looks a little fresher. That's a little desperate again from Felix Sturm as he tries to back his man up. Little shimmy away from Giel. There's the bell. It's another one in the bank for Daniel Giel. And Felix Sturm is facing a crisis. He just can't see him at the moment. To out-muscle the Australian. It's single work from Felix Sturm. The Australian, he's finding the target with his body punches. He's finding the scoring punches. It's single work from the German, who looks a little more tired in there. Work to do for Felix Sturm. Watching again here on the replay. It's a great shot straight through the middle from Daniel Geale. Nothing coming back from Sturm. As again, there's that jab. 1, 2, 3. It's not the Felix Sturm of old. Round 8. Work for Felix Sturm to do. Daniel Geale is enjoying this. Long way to go there. Sturm will need to put a round in the bank soon. Better jabs from Sturm, that's better. That's what he was doing at the start of the fight. Double and triple jabs, try and back his man up. Geale comes back though, and then a little dab of the nose from Felix Sturm. Clash of heads, accidental, acknowledged by both fighters. Ref just has a little look. The fight on is the call. And Sturm just has a little bit more urgency here. Looking to close down the ring. Geale's work bounces more off the gloves and the arms than they have done in previous rounds. Sturm just looking a little bit busier. Heads get very close again, don't they? Geale throws in some more lever in that neutral corner. Unloads again. There's the uppercut. There's the left and the right combination. Sturm again just looks as though he has no answer here. Not covering up, not bouncing, not clinching. Certainly not throwing. That's a good shot again from Geale. Has to bite one back inside. Now Sturm counters, but it's the Australian with a better work. That's the left off the top of the head. Little shake of the head there from Felix Sturm. Says, I'm not hurt, but that can't be a good sign. Again, it's Geale right inside. It's almost as though they can see the punches from Felix Sturm. Better looking uppercut from the German as he gets in the front foot. His nose is swollen, Felix Sturm. Maybe what he was dabbing at a couple of rounds or two ago. That's a better shot. Better body shot from Felix Sturm. Nice crisp left. Bounces off the ribs. Geale comes forward. A couple of solo rights inside. Getting involved in the leaky defence from Sturm, who's not had the best of nights when it's come to that. Heads get really close again, and Geale just dabbing away at something. Doesn't look to be a cut. Minutes ago. That's better from Sturm. Good left-right combination. Right straight down the middle after the left jab. Quiet around from Geale, this. Oh, he's still throwing leather. It's a little bit more considered from Felix Sturm in this 8th round, and he needs it as well. Jab might be missing here for Sturm, but it's forcing Geale to just stop the pace for a second or two. It just stops the attack, forces him backwards. Sturm again. This is what he needs to do. This is what he did the first couple of rounds. And kind of lost his way as he let Daniel Geale get the centre of the ring and just have a bit more speed and a bit more youth for him. But that's better from Felix Sturm. Good left this time. Final 10 seconds then. It's normally where Geale and Sturm explode. 1-2 from Sturm. Geale's looking for the option, throws it, and there goes the bell, and that's Felix Sturm's best round since the 4th. Definitely gets one back there. It's close. It's close. But how are the judges scoring it? Get the feeling it's heading that way. Felix Sturm, his last couple of fights have gone down the stretch. Same thing with Daniel Geale. His last 4 fights have gone the full 12. So they've got the rounds in the bank. They've got the fitness. 2/3 of the fight gone. It's the final couple of rounds that'll decide where these bouts go. All 3 outcomes still possible. There's no doubt about that. For Felix Sturm, he needs to maintain the good work he's done over the last 3 minutes. For Daniel Geale, he needs to get back to doing what has worked so far for him. He needs to keep that pace going. He needs to keep up the work rate. Felix Sturm forgetting about that jab. Sturm, black shorts with the red bands. Gil, black shorts with the gold fire logo at the bottom. Good shot again from Sturm. Short little hook inside from him. Tries to trick again. And Gil can see this one coming this side and counters a couple of himself, but Sturm gets on his bike to get away from him. Wild swing and a miss from Daniel Gil, the real deal. Little scratchy opening few seconds of this round, not quite finding the target. Getting a little bit reckless as the crowd get involved again, as you can hear. Cavalcade of noise behind us. That's better work from Gil. It's countered though by Felix Sturm. Nice exchanges inside. You give two, I'll give two. A little off balance there, Sturm, as the jab came in from Gil. Got away with it though. Once again, he's off balance as he goes to throw the jab. Good shot from Gil. Sturm able to get a bit of glove on it, just to negate some of the power. One thing you can tell is the huge amount of respect that now is between these two men in the middle of that ring. If Felix Sturm underestimated his opponent before the start, he's not doing now. Not for 1 second. Whatever happens here, win, lose or draw, Daniel Gil has certainly performed with credit so far today. Little slip on the touchdown. Sturm gets back behind that jab, as does Gil. Both looking, both bombing. Jab comes out from Gil, nothing follows over the top. Sturm waiting for the counter-attack this time, then fires back at the double jab. Crowd like that one. Good scoring shots. Noticeable the pace has slowed in this ninth as it slowed in the eighth. And when the pace has slowed in this contest, it seemed to help Felix Sturm. Gil needs that work rate. He needs to keep up the momentum. He needs to keep Sturm on that back foot. He is the away fighter. Good shot though from Gil on the inside. Got his corner up on their feet, screaming him forward. Forward, forward they're going. Looking for that uppercut is Daniel Gil. Good right cross as Sturm's jab opened up the chin, opened up the whiskers. Sturm double bubble back on the jab inside, but Gil will be happy with the work before that. A little bit heavier breathing there from Daniel Gil. Corners are screaming so loud for their men. Final 10 seconds. Good shot inside from Sturm. Gil was able to block that one. It's close, it's tight, and I'm certain that the judges on different sides of the arena are going to see this differently. There's no doubt about that. 3 rounds to go. When at ringside, I can tell you, it's just toning up their scorecards just to see how we're scoring it at the moment. The consensus here is that it's either Gil up by 1, Gil up by 1, or level. No one here at ringside in the press benches at the moment has got Sturm leading, but the judges are the only 3 people that matter. And they can see it slightly differently, of course. 9 minutes to go. It's tense, it's tight, you can feel it here in the arena. No one is entirely sure which way this is going to go. Thoroughly enjoyable affair here. Round 10. Who wants it more? Who's got more left in the tank? Is it going to be the veteran Felix Sturm, or is it going to be the slightly younger, slightly fresher Daniel Gil from Australia? Are Australia about to have a 2-belt world middleweight champion? Not had the best of times recently, Australia, but this would be a massive shot in the arm for their sport. Sturm gets busier, opening few exchanges. Nice little left inside for him. Gil gets back involved. Will Gil be thinking, I need more rounds in the bank? If it's close, I am the away man. I am the visitor. Better jab from Sturm. 1, 2, 3. Not all scoring punches, but send Gil back onto the wrong foot. Needs to get back behind his own jab to try and force Sturm backwards, but Sturm keeps going forward. 2 good jabs from him. And there's the straight right from Gil. Little fade, little give and go. Nice left inside from Gil there. Fend with the left, over with the right, left back inside. Did the trick for him. Sturm should have seen that one coming. And again, it slows down. Gil missed, Sturm didn't. Left inside. That's a better jab again from Sturm. Has the classier jab, no doubt about it, but Gil seems to have just a more precision with the crosses. Seems to have the slightly heavier fists. Good body work from Gil. Nothing coming back from Sturm as he just waits and bides his time, looking for an opening. That's a good shot from Sturm. Good jab. Nice right uppercut. Catches the jaw of Gil. Crowd enjoyed that one. I'm sure the judges saw it as well. Slows down Gil. It's a good left back from Sturm, but comes back off the glove of Gil. Just looks a little bit slower on his feet here. It's been 10 long, hard rounds. As the crowd get involved. Sturm looking to pick these jabs, looking to pick these punches. Maybe he thinks he can just outman the kid down the stretch over the last couple of rounds. It's one thing getting to the final couple of rounds ahead, it's another thing getting over the line. And that's better work from Sturm. Running this 10th round at the moment. Every single round counts. It's that close here. A little flicky from Gil. Final 20 seconds. Again, you can see Sturm just a little bit busier. From the overhead view, plenty of that coming off the glove. But it's good enough for the crowd in the gods. I think that's a landing punch. That'll cheer them on. That'll cheer Sturm. And Gil as good as given up on this round as Felix Sturm. That's good work inside. And Sturm has won this round. And maybe it's all back square again. It's a close fight. Sturm does look a little stronger down the stretch. Consideration, quiet consideration in the Sturm corner. Good hook. I guess they'll be just telling him just to keep it going now. Just to keep working the jab, get Gil out of the kill zone, and just take these final 2 rounds and get the belts. Certainly there for Sturm to win. He certainly isn't producing his best performance, and it's not vintage Sturm, but he's still there, he's still hanging in there. For Gil, he's worked so hard over these 10 rounds. It's there or thereabouts for him. One big finish, 2 big rounds, and Gil can go back down under with the 2 belts. It's lovely poise. Round 11. Sturm gets to work. Drops down, tries to find a head of Gil as Gil ducks and weaves. It's down on his knees, tries to make the target area that little bit smaller. Good shot from Gil though. Good swinging shot, may have just hit the inside of the glove. Better work from Sturm. Better combination again. Just looks to have it together a little bit better now, doesn't he? Some really tough rounds for him, 5, 6, and 7 certainly, but since round 8, just looks to have dug into the well, scooped up a little bit more experience. He's been down here numerous times, knows what needs to be done in front of his home crowd, and is finding a way at the moment to keep himself in this fight and may even be ahead on those scorecards as Gil just looks to be running out of a few ideas. That's all very well and good, but Sturm's defense looks tighter, looks a little stronger. Is there a master plan for Gil? Is there another option? Is there another gear? Because this is all Felix Sturm wants to do. Back foot jab, back foot jab. Keep Gil away. That's all he needs to do, Sturm, and he'll win the rounds. Gil needs something different, a little bit more urgency in the Gil corner. Urging their man just to swap it, mix it up a little bit is a scream from the corner. Halfway through this 11th round, and that's as good as Gil's been, that's better. Just rushing Sturm, gets the left in. There's the jab. Sturm just slows, just has a look really. And there's the jab from Gil, that's better from Sturm. Solo jabs aren't going to win you the round. You need a little bit more than that. Sturm just felt that one inside, shook his head a little bit, said, oh, okay. And that's a good body shot from Sturm, countered by Gil. Inside the final 50 seconds. Heads get very close again. Couple of decent body shots from Gil. And there's a good straight right. Gets a round of applause from his corner. That's better. And Sturm again has slowed over the last 60 seconds. Gil screams out, yes. Now he's enjoying it again. That's better. Better combination. Good stiff left, right inside. More work again. And Sturm's got to throw something back as the round is starting to slip away from him. Gil ups the pressure, ups the ante. Good shot from Felix Sturm, though. Nice left of the body, right as well. Big round of applause from the crowd. Final 15 seconds. The round is there for both of them. Who wants it? Such a vital round. Sturm started it well. Gil finished it well. This is going to go down the wire. Good combination from Sturm. And there's the round. And it is so close here. It is so close here in Oberhausen. Everyone's looking around, shrugging their shoulders and trying to see how they have it. Couple saying level. One saying Sturm ahead by one. Couple saying Gil. It's that close. Thoroughly entertaining fight. Thoroughly entertaining fair. And now it's 3 minutes to decide the belts. All that work, all that graft, the long trek, the long journey for Daniel Gil and for Felix Sturm. Some big fights, some big unification battles, some big money contests come down to the next 3 minutes. Can he turn it around? He was behind at the halfway point. Can, down the stretch, he turn it in to a famous victory? He's been here before against Matthew Macklin recently. He's been here against Martin Murray. It's another one of those sort of pick-em fights. It'll come down to these 3 minutes. The crowd are on their feet. They're cheering away. They're trying to get their man over the line. Daniel Gil needs a big 3 minutes. Sturm just needs to suck it up. Gil behind that jab. Nice shot inside from Sturm. Gil a little bit loose, a little bit wild, but gets Sturm on the back foot. 1, 2, 3 jabs from Gil. Now back inside again. Sturm waits, does the one solitary jab. It could come down to one mistake. It could come down to one shot. Sturm backs up Gil. That's what he was doing at the start. Now Gil does the exact same thing back to Felix Sturm. Good fare, good entertainment. Both trainers are going to be hoarse in the morning. The corners, all their men cheering them forward. Good body shot from Felix Sturm. And then a couple of wild swipes, which Gil is happy to see. Comes back with a good right of his own. Sturm tries to block it off. Sturm again with the counter, but Gil just slightly busier at the moment. Good shot from Gil, good shot from Sturm, back inside. Both men trading blows, good combination inside from Gil. Little low for the shot from Felix Sturm. Gil may be slightly cleaner in this final round. Combinations falling off the gloves of Felix Sturm, who does likewise of the gloves of Gil. Watch the head, says the ref. Final 80 seconds. Gil tries to the body, then tries the left hook. Then the jab, all of them missing. Sturm again tries the right, but it comes bouncing back off the arm of the Australian. And both tired in there, both want this badly. Sturm swings and misses a few times. It's not particularly pretty this final round, but what shots are getting through, what shots are scoring seem to be from the Australian rather than the German. Big gobble there from Sturm. Some worried faces at ringside from some of our German colleagues. Good jab from Sturm, better, 1, 2, 3. Backs up Gil, who's trying to draw him in, trying to sucker him in, trying to squeeze him in, find that gap, find that hole. Sturm's too wise, final 30 seconds. Both men are getting a good hand, good shot from Gil as Sturm came inside and kept his gloves down low. Another good shot from Gil, countered back by Sturm. More jabs from the German, more hooks from the Australian. Final 15 seconds, it's that close. Who wants it? Forward goes the Gil camp. Forward says the Sturm camp. Final 10 seconds, it's been a cracker. Everyone's on their feet. They're both just throwing level. They're both just going for it. Sturm misses, Gil misses. Gil gets through on one. And there goes the bell for a fantastic fight in Oberhausen. Take your pick. What a fight. What a contest. I paid to see that one again. It's been a privilege to be ringside to watch that one. What did we learn about Daniel Geale? What about the heart? What about the soul and the quality as well? He stepped into the lion's den and he's performed with credit, but also Felix Sturm. Fast start from the German. Had a couple of sticky rounds in the middle, but showed true heart and determination to bounce back and bring it all back. And depending on quite how you see it, it's come down to the final couple of rounds. And the idea at ringside, I've got Geale by 1, but a few have got it the other way. 1 or 2 over there for Sturm. General feeling is that Geale might have had this one. Geale might have it. Maybe. But they've been so close beforehand. Everyone is on their feet. No one is entirely sure which way it's gone. I've got Geale by 1. A couple of colleagues behind me have got Geale by 1. Geale by 1. Level. Sturm by 1 to my left-hand side. But it's close. Some of them are really tight rounds. Some of them are... It's just which you prefer. Do you prefer the aggression or do you prefer the cleaner work from the jabs? It's one of those pick-em contests. It's one of those contests where you can have all 3 outcomes here and you wouldn't really argue either way. Supervisor Lindsay Tucker is the most important man in the building. Checking, double-checking, rechecking the scorecards, making sure everything is in order. I've got it 116, 115 to Geale. Seeing the other guys have got it over here. It's very tight. They're just double-checking up here. No one is sure. Felix Sturm is not sure. His corner aren't sure. Geale's camp seem a little bit more confident. But that could just be the natural optimism of the Aussies. Still no sign of these scorecards. Here's Michael Buffer.
We go to the scorecards. The winner of this contest will be the unified champion. Here are the score totals. Eugene Grant scores the contest 116 to 112 for Sturm.
Wow.
Stanley Cristodoulou scored at 116 to 112 for Geale.
It's down to this. It's down to Dave Paris.
And Dave Paris scores it 116 to 112 to the winner by split decision. The fighting pride of Australia.
He's got it. Daniel Geale has got it. He's gone into the lion's den and he's dethroned Felix Sturm. What an achievement by Geale. But you have to say the scoring is crazy. An 8-round swing, depending on the scorecards. Wow. This is not the last we've heard of this story. This is not the last we've heard of this fight. And Daniel Geale from New South Wales out of Tasmania has taken Felix Sturm's WBA Super World Middleweight title to go alongside his IBF Middleweight title in unbelievable scenes here in Germany. Gary Shaw, his promoter, is just calming down Geale and telling him, you deserve that. You are the man. You have got the belt. But the Germans, I can tell you, they can't quite believe it.